This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/gadgettv.
Hi, this is Andrew Moore Crispin for Gadget TV on Butterscotch.com, and today we're taking a look at the new 11-inch MacBook Air. Now we have the low-end model in the studio today. You can get this guy for about $1,000. So first things first, let's boot this thing up and see how long it's going to take. Now we're looking at a boot up process that takes in the order of about 20 seconds. I always gauge these things in time to first browser, so when I can actually open up a browser window and really start using my computer, that's when I consider that it's fully booted up. So you can see there, we get our home screen pretty quickly, and we're into a browser in just about 25 seconds. Would have been a bit quicker if I hadn't messed up actually opening that browser, but that's okay. So like I said, this model goes for about $1,000. It has a 64 gigabyte flash drive. Flash meaning it's not an actual spinning hard drive. So that's good for battery life, good for overall durability of your computer. The $1,200 model, also in the 11-inch, that has a 128 gigabyte flash drive. There's also a 13-inch model that obviously will offer you a larger screen size and larger flash storage capacity. Now we're looking at up to a 5-hour battery life here, which is nothing to turn your nose up at. And it really is the first kind of effort by Apple to have what we'd actually class as a netbook. So it basically meets the netbook criteria in all but one category, that one category being price. So the de facto definition for a netbook is something that's under about $500. This one has an Intel Core 2 Duo 1.4 gigahertz processor. We have 2 gigabytes of RAM, and like I said, a 64 gigabyte flash hard drive, and an NVIDIA 320M graphics chipset. So what we're looking at here is a 16:9 widescreen, which is really perfect for when you're watching videos on your notebook. For things like browsing and word processing and those kinds of things, you'll see we have a lot of unused screen real estate here, and you really will want for that little bit of extra screen real estate that you would get along the bottom on a 16:10 format widescreen laptop. Now we have 2 USB ports, one on this side, one on this side. We also have our power input here and a single headphone jack here. Like other MacBook Pros, other laptops in the MacBook line, this headphone jack will also, if you have a 3-stage connector, can also be used as a microphone. So on the other side here, we have our USB port and our display port. So it's important to note how small, thin, and really incredibly light this thing is. You really could just throw it in a purse or into a European-styled man bag and be able to just go out the door, and you basically have a full MacBook Pro experience, obviously slightly underpowered. So if you're doing things like photo editing, video editing, anything like that, you're really going to want to step up to either having a full desktop at home in conjunction with your MacBook Air, or you're going to want to step up to a more powerful either MacBook Pro or a PC equivalent. However, for people who are just, writing or web surfing, sending and receiving work emails and those kinds of things, what we class as light use, you really might have something that you can use both at work, at home, and when you're on the road. So that's a quick look at the 11-inch MacBook Air. For Gadget TV, I'm Andrew Moore Crispin. For more sweet stuff, visit Butterscotch.com.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/gadgettv.